and hardest stories to explain in the Torah is the story of Bechirat Yosef, the selling of Yosef HaTzadik. With all the Mefarshim, and everybody tried to explain that really they meant the Shem Shamayim, and they had a Cheshbon, they had the Bedin, the brothers, they sold him, they had a reason to sell him, but it's still very, very hard for us to swallow the story, and we know that in the future of Am Yisrael, in history after that, we had to pay a very, very big debt. That 10 of the biggest tzaddikim, hachamim of Am Yisrael, giant Tanaim, they were all killed in very, very hard ways, cruel ways, to try to be mechaper on the avon of Bechirat Yosef. So it's not easy to explain it, it's stuck. Even we're reading the Torah every year, we're stuck to feel what went on exactly. But on the simple level of explaining, so it says that why did Am Yisrael, they went down to Mitzrayim? Because of Mishkal, the weight of 2 milad, which is a very small weight of material that Yaakov Avinu bought to Yosef, Asalo Kiton and Pasim. He made him like a beged, a special beged. What did he make it for? Plus, I guess Yosef HaTzadik, he was learning better maybe than his other brothers. He just a good student. So imagine, the Rabbi comes to school of this student. He learned the Chumash, he did it great, and he gave him a prize. That's it. Because of that, the jealousy started. Yosef with his dreams. The brothers started getting under pressure. They say, who knows, maybe we're going to be just like Abraham Avinu had Yitzhak and Ishmael. Yitzhak took the future of Am Yisrael. Esav was out. Yitzhak had Yaakov and Esav. Yaakov took over and Esav was out. And now Yosef is going to take over and we're going to be all out. Jealousy started, and they got to the level that they sold Yosef HaTzadik to Mitzrayim. How could we have saved? Again, everything I'm saying is on the simple level to try to bring it down for us to get a lesson, to learn a lesson from this whole story. How could they have saved this whole sad story? Imagine, first of all, Yaakov Avinu says, the Gemara says, he made a mistake. He made a mistake and he caused jealousy between his brothers. So number one, how careful you have to be when you're between people and not to give, one guy more kavod than the other. Because you're causing jealousy. And from a little thing, you don't know what could come out from that. Now, most of our problems and mahlokot that we have between each other is because we do not communicate in the proper way. And it's this crazy thing I have a lot of times and happens in my office. If two boys have problems between themselves, one guy comes down to my office and tells me, Rabbi, you don't understand what Joe just did to me. You heard the story. I can't believe that. So the guy at Yeshiva, this is like, I can't believe he did that. Joe comes down. He tells me, Rabbi, you can't believe what Jack just did. You don't understand. And he says a whole opposite story completely. So like, how could this be? Okay, they said he threw a bottle of water, he threw a bucket of water. Okay, and he threw water, and the other guy says he threw rocks at me, and he water. Like a whole different story. How could it be? Just because there's a lack of communication, and the communication means that they're not understanding each other, so everyone took it the other way. One guy said, how you doing? And the other guy says, listen, he tried to jump me and try to beat me up. But if they would have just spoke and communicated, you see, there wouldn't be a problem. And even if there's a problem, it's a very small, minute problem. It's not so big like it's built up. So Yaakov Avinu gave a little more to Yosef. If the brothers would say, Yaakov, listen, we don't want to be cut out of the whole Am Yisrael. Has v'shalom, I'm sorry, Mehila. I never meant to do that. I just was giving him a little incentive, a little push to Yosef to continue learning. I'm sorry, I'll fix myself. Instead of that, they started thinking to themselves, who knows what's going on in Yaakov's head? They build up in the head. And then they said, oh, look at Yosef. He's coming with these dreams. He probably also wants to take over. Okay, you know what? We have to make sure that he's not a threat for us. We're going to go tell Yosef, and all of this happened. Imagine the brothers would go to Yosef and say, Yosef, what are you doing? It's not nice. Oh, I'm sorry. Of course, Yosef a tzaddik. We see later on what a tzaddik Yosef is. Right? It's crazy. It's not even human how Yosef is such a great tzaddik. So of course, he would have fixed himself. But you see what happens when we don't have the right communication and we let our feelings just overcome us and we start building things in our heads. You know, that's why also I tell all the client boys, they come to me and say, okay, Rabbi, I gotta go there. I'm sorry, I'm going. I said, okay, are you asking me or are you telling me? No, you don't say I have to go. I can't. I went to vacation and this one, that I gotta go. Okay, go. Okay, I tell you, it's too late already. Why? Because in the head, he built it up so strong that he has to do something. You can't stop it. It was like a train going, 300 miles an hour. How are you going to stop it? But if you would have in the beginning, say, 1 second, I have no idea. Let me go ask the rabbi. Let me go think about this. Let me calm down a second. Let me break it down. Maybe there's a different story. Maybe part of the story I don't understand would have a whole different situation. This is the avodah. This is a job, but it's a worthwhile. This is a life lesson for life. The person learns how to be patient. Okay, like today we mentioned a few times, we're all suffering from anxiety. Something that's going on, already our heads are taken and we can't think and we blow these things out of proportion and we suffer from this, right? And you see, even the Gedolim, biggest Gedolim, we can't even talk about this, also became a whole mishmash, and look what we suffered from. All Am Yisrael went down to Mitzrayim because of this. So, when especially we're between friends, give the benefit of the doubt. Try to understand the scenario. Try to say, the guy didn't mean it. What did he mean? Let me try to understand. Also, it's okay to express yourself. Sometimes somebody's acting in a not proper way. I'm not going to say anything. I don't want to tell him anything. You don't tell him something, you might end up selling him to a slave in Egypt. Who knows what you're going to do to the guy then? You're going to blow up one day and take out a gun and shoot him. Who knows what? Right? So it's better to express yourself, explain yourself, of course in a nice way, not embarrassing way. Hello, my dear friend, I want to explain to you, when you come in every night at 2 o'clock in the morning, make noisy, but I'm trying to sleep, it's okay, please do. Okay, fine, I never thought, I didn't know that I was bothering you. Okay, I'll stop. B'ezrat Hashem. So to learn to be patient, to learn to express yourself, to communicate, and hopefully we will save, and of course love our friend, give him the benefit of the doubt. In this way we will hopefully save ourselves a lot of tzarot, a lot of bad feelings, a lot of anger, that Hashem will have shalom, and through the shalom will be zocheh to the Mashiach.